Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's go for today's uh, topic. So we're gonna explore some lazy loading in the live app, right? And people say live is slow and all. Let's see what happens today, right? So I have created a new project with the Laravel Hover, right? Just by doing add project and I selected a live app started it, right? So that's how I have created this project, right? And it has uh, okay the same code which is we have into the Laravel Live via startup kit, right? But we are not interested in that particular thing. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the below and we will go little bit up with the flow, right? And we will try to have one optimized way of lazy loading into the hmm, live app, or we can say the uh, infinite scrolling. Okay, I think the topic name should be infinite scrolling, right? Yeah, it should be because we're gonna talk about infinite scrolling, not the hmm. Okay, so yeah, I think what should I do is I think I need to update it later, or maybe yeah, let's start it. Whatever. So for that, maybe we need some data, right? But before that, let's create a simple live component, like attention, live wire component, no, live wire.mail. Let me know in the comment if my voice is proper, is proper or not, right? So what we call it, maybe lazy loading, or it is infinite scrolling. Okay, let's call it lazy loading for now, right? Okay, boom. Okay, so we created one uh, class already, right? So we have one class and we have one component, right? So yeah, we actually need to do migration at least. No, we don't need to do it actually because uh, what I know is with new Laravel with the installation, uh, we get the uh, we get those stuff, right? Okay, so yeah, what I wanna do is hello Gmail. Okay, I got confused. Sorry. Okay, no problem. Hmm. We can I think close it. We don't need that, right? And then we don't need this also. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's uh, have maybe the items and what is the item? Maybe let's say the user for now, right? And page in a whatever it is, right? For now, and then what we can do is we can create some users, uh, factory 100 whatever, who cares, right? For now at least, yeah, right. And lazy loading, so let's just simply have okay, but not like this. We don't need want something like this, right? So we can simply have a for each of dollar users, users, right, and dollar user, right. So this is the first stuff what we are doing. A simplest way maybe we can say. Um, let's keep this as well, right? And yeah, and what we're gonna do is we we can do one thing here that we can have one div here, uh, which can say x intercept, or let it be for let's start with the pagination. What do you say? I mean, it does not matter much, but yeah, we can do that. So yeah, let's say a div, right, and of course we are not interested in those. So yeah, okay. So slash div. So okay, but we need to add it somewhere, right? So let's say a welcome page and sorry everyone, or we can totally remove this and say live wire. We have lots of components already. Lazy loading, right? Okay. So of course now if we reload this, we may have some ugly page or something, and yeah, we have it actually. So what we gonna do now? Hmm. We have some this dark stuff which we can remove, right? And just reload it, and yeah, it's now white, right? But we need table actually because see, I hope yeah this is working, right? But it is not working with the live ad because I think it is a thing which is refreshing the page. Okay, so table is already there, right? And what we can say that with oops use water, and of course now we will have yeah everything without refreshing the page. Oh my gosh, this was there only, right? So it must have created lots of users already. Hmm. Okay. Right. Hmm. Right. So this works, but this is not the lazy look, right? This is the page initial, right? And even if I do something like this, live where without URL in the page initial, right? And if I let me know if my voice is proper or not, right? Okay. If I do this, we will have same pagination, but without something in the URL, right? Or let say create, create, I mean create a beautiful water card, right? And we will have a card soon, right? And I hope my voice is proper. Okay. So yeah, Copilot is working, and let's see now we have a card. Okay, we don't have a beautiful card, but yeah, we have the card. And what I'm trying to do is, let's remove it from here, right? I don't need this as well, and even I don't need this stuff, right? And of course this as well, right? And what I can do is, let's say the with, of course, yeah. And what we can do is we can have one terminal with npm run there, of course. And yeah, let's minimize it. And now we will have some better stuff, and we have it already, right? So yeah, now it looks fine, right? With the pagination, of course, है ना? Right? Hmm, this is good. Okay, so now we already have this, right? But now what we wanna want to do is we want to have a lazy loading, right? Of course, what we can do is now we can have public, maybe limit, something like this. Of course, it will be the integer, integer, right? And yeah, and okay, we don't need an amount or something, but yeah, let's keep it like this for now. And yeah, okay, we need to do something like this. This dot limit. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is at place of this, we can have x uh, intersect, right? Of course. And what we're gonna do is, yeah, of course. See, if we remove the x intersect, we can also do one more thing, that add a load more button, right? And we can even create a load more. Let's create it. Uh, like function called load more, right? Yeah, load more, and yeah, let's keep it like this. And when I will click it, we will have, right, these all stuff, right? Of course. But see, but this is not on the scroll, right? So if we want it on the scroll, let's keep it 9 for a sec, right? So yeah, and of course, hmm, what we can do is we can say that flex, just give a center, yeah, and it will be in the center, right? And yeah, we can now do some scroll, load more stuff, right? And if you want to remove this, right, then you can do x uh, intersect of is equal to load mode, right? Of course. And now what will happen? Hmm, this isn't happen. Hmm, this is something, okay, not happen. And hmm, okay, intersect. Okay, I hope the spelling is correct, because I'm bad at. Okay. Hmm. Oh, right. Let's zoom out and yeah, uh, this is fine actually. So what we were missing is this shouldn't be a load more. It should be uh, $y dot load more. Right? And now if we scroll with the scroll, we can see that the data is coming. Right? So this kind of lazy, so maybe, right? Maybe again, this is not maybe optimal, right? Okay. So let's see more actually. Uh, so this is what we are actually doing. So where on Okay, so why what is the page 7 doing here? Uh, right. So this is what we can do. Right. On scroll we can get the data. But actually, if you wanna see what happening here is, um, hmm, okay, let's say what we want is, we want debug by line, right? Of course, and we want to show you something. Hmm, yeah, of course, this one, right. I hope my voice is clear because no one is telling me that if my voice is bad or not, or it is good. Okay, we're using the debug bar and oh wow, nice. So auto loading is quickly run. And if I will reload this, right? So what actually happening here is, hmm, whenever I scroll, see, it is 18 and 0. Whenever I scroll, see, every time it loads more data from the database, right? Or more data from the database, right? And even after every scroll, because we have less information in the user table, that's why. But you can see that on every scroll, the okay, the query thing is increasing maybe. What do you think? Okay. Hmm. Right. Okay. But there is one extra thing. This is which is not required because we are not interested in the count right now. So what we can do is maybe we can say the simple paginate for now, right? And yeah, we don't have now that extra query, right? Of course, we don't have, and we are scrolling, and that's going cool. I don't know, like, but we have a less data, so this query is not doing much thing for now. But you may see, I don't know, we have less data, that's why I'm not able to make any difference right here for now. We already scored. See, the memory is increasing. Now it's a 6 MB. If we were having some like lots of columns, right? At that time, this memory can be even like more than 100 MB or something because we are already loading. Hmm, okay, let's scroll more, and I think we are now at the end, right? But see, when I scroll, it does some, see, right? It fires the query. So for solving that, what we can do is maybe mm, we can say at the rate if and of course has more pages, right? And then it should run, right? Of course at the end, if, right? But uh, I'm not wanting to now scroll till the uh, end. So what I will do is I will say user truncate because yeah, and create one more 100 of course, and let's remove it. So now we can scroll maybe 10 or 11 times and see now if I scroll, it is not changing anything, right? Okay, do we need to zoom it or it is visible? Yeah, I think it should be visible. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys are understanding. Right. So let's go ahead. Okay, so that problem we also solved. But what actually happening here is, right, whenever uh, whenever I scroll, it gets, see, let me refresh it. Right. So we already have this 19 or maybe the uh, 18 data because see how simple page net works. Uh, we take one more record, right? So it is like if you planning to have 9 records, it will get to 10 records, and it will check that the 10th record is exist or not, right? If 10th record is exist, it will uh, say that yeah, you have more records, right? So that is what they are doing. But on every scroll, see right now 19, right? 0 to 19. Now 0 to 28. Now 0 to 37, right? Now 0 to, so every time I scroll, right, it start getting every data, each and every data from the database, right? Which is not required, which is something, uh, what you can say, which is something, hmm, interesting. Not required, I mean, to have a lazy loading, because see, this is something like you are getting a 0 to 109 data from the database, right? And that is not actually required, so, right? So what now we can do? I mean, what we can do now? Hmm? Is there any way to solve that problem? Is there any way? Okay, so let's try to move ahead. Hmm. Okay, so now what we can do is maybe we can define one more uh, variable called offset. I don't know like how we gonna use it, but yeah, offset. Right. Let's see on the load more what we can do. I think we don't even need this load more for now. I think so. And now we can remove this as well because we don't need that. Right. So yeah. Now at place of doing a simple pagination, what we can do is we can say yeah something like this. Right. Of course. And yeah, something like this. Okay. Hmm. Right. But okay. So let's go ahead. Now what we have? We have this. Right. So has more pages. What we can do is I'm literally gonna do something like live wire, not load more. We're gonna use recursion for now, right? Hmm. So we're gonna use a recursion. We're gonna use a lazy uh, loading, right? We don't need this right? So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna uh, limit, right? Uh, we're gonna pass limit as dollar limit. Hmm. Okay. So let's define one more variable, maybe public. Uh, hmm, offset is already there, limit is already there. Uh, count. Let's call it a count for now and call it 9 as well, right? Okay, let's go ahead. So what we can say is uh, plus dollar count, right? And the offset. The offset, the dollar offset. Offset will be the dollar limit. I hope I'm correct. Limit plus one, right? So offset will be the limit plus one, right? And uh, the right. But yeah, see, the method has more pages does not exist, right? So now what we can do? What we can do now? Okay, let's remove it, right? Hmm. So what we can do is if users count, right, is greater than actual count. I mean, sorry, is equal to actual count, right? Of course, I will explain you why we will be doing that, right? So If the user's count, which is here, is exactly right, exactly the count of what we are like paginating. I mean, we have 9 records at a time, right? So, so that can be a reason that we must have some more records. Otherwise, I mean, uh, if it is less than that count, right, we will have less than those records, right? That is what we understood, right? Okay. Hmm. So we have one problem. Hmm. We cannot use a count method on users. Why? I mean, why? Can't use a method return value in the right context. Okay, sorry. No one is telling me that we are doing that mistake. Okay. Hmm. What actually happened? Yeah. So if users count the did we miss anything? Hmm. 9 is the limit. Offset is 0, right? Yeah. Offset is 0. Hmm. It should be 1 or 0. 0, right? Hmm. Okay. Or maybe we, I don't know, if we done any mistake. The limit will be limit plus count, of course, and offset will be, hmm. But I don't think we have 100 records. So we need to check like what queries we fire. So we took 0 to 9 and 10 to 18. Then we stopped. Okay, why? Why we stopped? So must be we have some calculation issue. 0 to 9, right, will be the 9 record. And 10 to 18 will be the 9 record. Okay, so why it stopped after that? I mean, why? Let's see. Hmm. So after that, let's dump here, or let's dump here, or we can just say that if the user count is false. Wow. So what count is that? 18. Wow. Why? Why? Why 18? I mean, okay. Got it, got it. So we have some joke here. We even don't believe this. Uh, Sometimes we overthink the problems and we cannot like this. Right. So now I think we will have 100 records on our mm, page. So yeah, it's taking time because we haven't started any lazy loading at least for now. Right. So let's see. Hmm. So okay, so it is taking too much time, and it will take because we are loading 100 records, right? And see, this is actually a feature of Livewire that the whole UI, when we get 100 records from the database and re-render them, the whole UI ignored due to because it was already rendered and we don't have any different keys, right? The wire key between these two elements. So that will be totally ignored and just they will only render the last 10 records, right? But let's see, it is still taking time, right? Okay, so it is a gateway timeout, right? Okay. So now what we can do is, let's say we call it a lazy component, right? Okay, right. So now we must have some error. No, wow, wow, don't have any error. Cool. So what actually happening here is, hmm, let me remove the dump, right? And see, hmm, okay, see, when we scroll, right? Whenever we scroll, we have 10 more records. We were previously we were using something called x-intercept, right? But now we are using uh, a lazy. But yeah, it has some problem that we can solve that problem by wrapping this into, you can say, lazy loading attribute, right? Which will have no effect at all, right? So yeah, that problem is solved. Hmm. Let's reload it again and yeah. Okay, what happened? We haven't saved that. So now something is fishy. Hmm. Let's see. If the count is equal to limit. Hmm. So let's term the count. Man, it is 9. So this stopped working. Hmm. So for that, what we can do is maybe a div. We can put a div. I don't know. I'm still trying to guess if we can do that. So class. And what actually we can do is we can, no, we cannot do that actually, because that will gonna hurt the UI at the end, right? So okay, why it is not working? Hmm. Let's reload it again. Okay, it is still not working. So do we have any JS error in the? Oh, we have it. So it is saying that unknown snapshot missing, right? So for solving that issue, we can say that key. Yeah, I don't know if this is the key or key. But what we can say is uh, dollar offset can be the key, right? And we can say that we need a say lazy loading. I always wrap characters, right? And I hope now it will gonna work. No, I still have some issue. Hmm. Hmm. We already added the key. I mean, should it be a wire key or something? Hmm. I'm still not getting the issue. But yeah. Or what we can do is we can also do something like this: wire key, wire column key and lazy loading and offset. Right, and I hope that will gonna solve the problem. But no. We stuck at something already. Library is the okay. So one problem can be this as well. Okay. First, we are not using any library component inside the core it, so that is not the case. So what happening here? I don't know. Hmm. I mean, okay, this is the limit plus. Whew. Okay. So we actually need to do here. I don't even realize the. Uh, we even don't need this key actually. But yeah, and even we can remove this key as well because we did some mathematical issues here. So we have offset called limit plus offset plus one. I don't know this plus one is required or not, but let's see. Hmm. Now it should work actually. Again, so let's check what queries this is. File. They say 9 and 9. Hmm. So that should be 10 actually. So yeah, plus 1 is required here. And hmm. Okay. So what query we fired? 9 to 10, 0 to 9, 10 to 9. Huh? No, 9 from the 10 number. That is okay. Actually, that is cool. Hmm. So we still have this issue. So we will need a those keys. Of course, let's start with this. Uh, no, that is not solving the issue. Okay, one more. That is even not solving the issue. What the heck is going here? We need to add a key as well here as well. I hope so. And yeah, that solves the problem. But I don't know. Oh my gosh, this became crazy. So I think this is cool. This is not the any issue. Hmm. Okay, so I think we need to add a key here as well. And this should be lazy loading. When we do some kind of recursions, this kind of stuff happens. So yeah, still it is failing. Right now I'm pretty confused, like what we are missing. I really don't understand. Let's do something like this, and of course that put it into the single inverted comma and try again, and this is still failing. Hmm. Why we have two? Oh, we are having two components. Um, so we have key over here, we have a key over here, we have a key over here as well. So why this is failing? This is bit confusion actually. Hmm. Okay, I think it should be due for now, whatever it is. We're gonna do it that particular thing later, and it is still failing. Right now I'm getting confused. Do anyone know like why this is doing kind of stuff with us? Hmm. Okay, really I'm confused now. What it can be. Hmm. This is confusing. So let's see what happened is. So we need to check if the error is with this particular component, and let's find that component as well. Okay, we have one key with the data right already, and we have that in the snapshot. Okay. Oh my gosh, what? Huh? How this works? Okay, this is the debug bar. Okay, 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 that's fine. Here we have a snapshot. So totally we have this 6 times, which one is in the parenting, first parenting. Then again we have it in the var ID, snapshot and var ID. Hmm, okay, this is actually duplicate. If we have 10 over here and totally got it. Hmm, right. Hmm. So this should be this actually. I hope. Hmm. Okay, now what we have? It's really hard to debug as everyone says. Okay. Again duplicate. No, or yes, I don't know. So we have a wire ID over here, right? Which is actually another container. I mean the second one and the first one as well, right? So the ID is somehow duplicated. But why? I mean, why? Hmm. But we have a different ID over here, right? This bit three, we offset. Okay, I think we can use an ID from the top, and that works. Bro, do everything inside the core with the key and issues resolved. Key. I think this key is even not needed now. See, this works, right? But now let me show you the difference, right? Previously, see, now when I scroll, I only get those data which is needed, right? Not the all data, right? Like previous case and all done, right? Like the previous case. Hmm, this is cool, no? So see, if I reload this and scroll a bit, so we only get 10 data from the database, and uh, see, if we was having a bunch of columns in this particular table, we was able to check the memory differences between this, because if you load 10,000 or something data into your memory, right, that gonna um, break your server maybe in future, right? And you can see that previously, whenever we start scrolling, right, our see, this is only 200, 200, 300, 190, 200, 400. That was 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds, something like this, right? So we can even save stuff there as well. But see, there is one more issue as well, because we are using nested stuff, right? So what it can do is it can uh, see what it can have this like this div and the extra div inside the extra div inside the extra div inside the extra div inside the extra div. Right, you can see that the div inside 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 the div. Right, I understood what I am saying. Right, so that can be the issue. We can also solve that. Let's see how. But for that, we is predictive. What do you mean by is predictive, Jerry? Hmm. So yeah, so how to solve that particular stuff? Hmm. We can do that with something which I can say is mm, hmm, right. Okay. So what we can do is we can create. See, now I think we can rename this, or let's do it with the Livewire PHP artisan, right? MV MV, right? Artisan Livewire MV, right? MV, what MV does? MV moves one component from rename one component to another, leading to use uh, list users maybe, right? Okay, perfect, right? That we done already. Yeah. Now this gone, we can also say this list users, right? Chirag, do you have any different setting in mic? It's audio that much audio not much clear. Mails. me only. So what issues you are facing? Hello, hello. I'm trying to check if my audio is clear or not. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. Hello. We need to wait for. Hello. I don't know. Like I think it is something like this only, or maybe I don't know, because we don't have any settings into the mic, right? So I think yeah, that is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead. Um, I don't know. Like I will check later that if I have any issues with my mic, right? Of course. Okay. So now we can hear, but clarity is not good. Yeah, it should be because I don't know. Like I don't know if it is clear now or not. Right. But maybe mm, the, for now my voice is something like this. I don't know because okay. Let's move ahead. Hmm. Okay. So this is how we change something, and now what we want is now what actually we want is right. Hmm. So yeah, right now, hmm, so we need to think on it maybe. No, this app user, list user, right? List users, users, right? This approach is actually fine, right? Because we are doing stuff, we should be okay. Okay, that is not a big issue actually. I need to start npm. I mean the server, the bit server. Yeah, I hope this reload can. Yeah. So see, this solves the issue, but we are actually right now. If what if we have a section at place of this, right? Something like this section, right? And uh, even it can be something like uh, see, we have we may have some stuff here as well, right? Which may add some uh, uh, space or something, right? So yeah, so that can be the issue in the future if we say that, right? So maybe what we can do is we can totally remove this from here and maybe we can add component over here, right? Uh, what we call it, like and we can say lazy loader, right? And of course something like this. And see, really, I don't know how I will gonna do that at least for now. Yeah, we can do that. PHP artisan. Maybe my voice is down from the nature side. Maybe because I don't know. It can be because I was outside from the morning and uh, that may done the job, right? So okay, now we have it already, right? Okay, so mm, let's have maybe the name of the component here. I don't know. See, I'm trying this for the first time, right? I never tried this, so let's see how it works. How it gonna work? Wow, component name is already there. Ah, cool. The limit is already there. What we can do for the offset? Let's have it as it is for now, right? Uh, hmm. So we can also have this over here as well. Let's start doing more stuff. Right. Okay. Hmm. Cool. Fine. Okay. And maybe I don't know. Like let's do it for now. And okay, so let's go here. And uh, I don't remember that how, even I don't know like how to have a dynamic component in the library. Let's see. I think we can just have at the rate library here for now. I don't know. And we can say the com component name, right, and params and key. Hmm, this is also cool, right? I think so. I don't know. Hmm. So if we done this, hmm. Okay. So let's check the params. Right. For now, let's keep the params part and say that limit and offset. Right. Key can be anything. Maybe lazy. Key can be component name for an offset. Yeah, this seems fine. Component name and offset. But what we missed is why it is saying there key is expected to be object array string given. I still not understand. Okay, object and array. Key needs an object array. Whatever. I don't think. Okay. I think my internet was gone, but yeah. Okay. So if uh, the offset is greater than zero, maybe I don't know what should we do. Hmm. He provides an array key. Peter. Okay, thanks, Peter. He provides an array key from the current position. Remove key and it will work. Hmm. That is what you are saying. I don't know. Like, let me go to the documentation because I was using the key like this, right? But I don't know if dynamic component is the dynamic child component is a thing already. Okay, so how we can have a dynamic? Okay, live dynamic component is there. Hmm, perfect. That is what we were looking. So okay, I even don't like this. So yeah, hmm, perfect. And so what they are saying is uh, component. Yeah, you can prefer if you prefer the component, you can have the component over here, and we will have a component name, which is dollar component name, right? And key can be component name and dot uh, offset, dollar offset, right? And yeah, params. We still need to think about params, like how we gonna like pass the params. But yeah, uh, for now we can say limit as limit and offset as offset, and yeah, so limit as a limit and offset as offset, right? And you can say this like this for now, right? So let's see what happens. So we have one volt. We are not using volt. See, okay. When I created this project, right? What we done is, okay, we haven't. Where is the issue? Why is it is talking about the volt? I mean, why volt? Why this? Like, we haven't selected the volt while installation, but still have the volt. Hmm, that is crazy. Composer remove. So that is even bit breaking. Like it's breaking the project. So see, I'm literally telling that see, when I created this project, right? So yeah, see, when I created this project, what I did is say new, I say live, I say uh, built-in, and I said no, right? But the volt was still there, and maybe that was breaking the project. Now, okay, that is fine actually. Now we have another error, which is totally fine. What is this saying that unable to find the component? Yeah, that is actually cool. So because we haven't passed the component name, so the component name, not the dollar, should be something like this, or maybe not even something like that. List users will be the component name. Okay, so that worked actually. So right now what it is doing is, see, uh, we have same component at two places, right? So yeah, but now what we can even make it lazy, right? As well. I don't know. Even that is not required to make it lazy because we're gonna make uh this component as a lazy type, lazy for now, or even if it is not needed, right? Okay, perfect. Hmm, that's good. So what we understood is you should be able to just do live component. Yeah, we was able to do, but we want to go with this particular syntax, right? Hmm, because yeah, that is what we like. Hmm, yeah. So of course we have a component name over here. Hmm, right. And we also have this. We have this, right. So options should be always same, right? So at least, uh, and even like let's print IDs for now to understand that it starts from the where we can print the ID. Hey Vikas, hmm, dollar user ID. Right. Okay. So it starts from the 100. Okay, whatever. But uh, it starts from it skipped the 91. Hmm, that is the issue. It skipped the 91. So offset is 0 to 90 and 10 to 9. This will, okay, we were also doing the plus one. That is what we are actually doing as well. Why we are skipping 91? Hmm, I hope we have the 91. Mhm. So what if I do 9 over here? I don't know. That won't be the case, but we are we have now 91. 100, 99, 98, 97, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 90, 80, 83. Okay, that's cool. Now what I'm interested in, right? Uh, let's go here somewhere. Uh, I'm literally gonna try something, right? So let's see if that works. Okay, so let's have one div over here, right? See, I'm trying this for the first time, so I want to solve this problem. Hidden maybe, right? So that will be the hidden, right? Now what we're gonna do is let's give it ID as well, something like this. Maybe lazy loaded component. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. What other we can do? What other thing we can do? Hmm. Okay. So yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. No, that is not what we are interested in. Maybe we can say the div or the div is fine. And we can say uh, x intersect. Uh, okay, x intersect. And what we can say is load the component. But dollar wire dot load the component. Right. See, yeah, this is fine. And in the load component, what we can say is, uh, hmm, okay, so public, we need one function, public function load component of course. So yeah, hmm. So yeah, so we need to do something like this. Public function. No, we need one more maybe a bool called is loading false. I don't know. Let's see if that works. Okay, and what we're gonna do is, for now, let's say it's loading through, and that's cool actually. Then what we can do is, we don't want to make loading false over here actually, but we want to dispatch a event for sure, right? So let's dispatch the event that uh, component is loaded, right? And that's it maybe. That's it. Okay, let's have it for now. I don't know if that is needed. Let's have the component name for now. Component. I hope, yeah, component name only for now, and we will see in the future if what we need, right? And we are not gonna do it over here. Okay. So after that, what we can do is, if it is loading through, right, we need to do lots of stuff. Okay, at the rate, if, okay, if loading dollar loading, right, then and then we should do this, right, and if, right, okay. Now we can have a script over here, something like this, and of course the script tag as well, and script tag. And what we can say is dollar wire on component loaded, something like this. See, right now we will not going to do much over here, but we will need an ID always, right? So yeah, what we can do is, so let's have ID in this div, right? We can have ID over here. So yeah, so ID should be something we can guess from another as well, another place as well, right? So let's say ID is equal to the component name dot offset, right? Or maybe you can go with like this, right? Offset. So that can be the ID, right? Okay. After that, hmm, hmm, okay, there is an error. Okay. Why we need a restart loading? We don't need restart loading. I don't know why we added it. Okay, is loading? Is it is loading? Yeah, it is loading. Okay, that is fixed actually. Who fixed it? I don't know, but it is fixed. So whenever it is loading, right? Then and then we gonna have this component over here, right? Okay. So then what we gonna do is, hmm, what we're gonna do is we gonna do what we're gonna do what we're gonna do is hmm. Alright. So what I'm thinking is to do some J stuff here, right? So uh, see, we we must always know the main component will have offset as a zero, right? Always. So what we can do is hmm, hmm, hmm. So even we now we don't need IDO, right? Okay. So what I remember is if I do document dot query selector and cost or query selector, right? And maybe what I can do is I can say hashtag. Uh, Here we will have a component name, right? Because what we are doing is we are saying component name slash offset, right? Where we don't need want to remove it, right? At least. And see, this is how we will able to get the loaded users, right? But now I think we have one more something is document dot uh, move to or something like this, shift to or something like this. Uh, uh, hmm, Append to I think append child something like this, and yeah, this is what we can do. But we need to have these. I hope guys this is little bit understandable, right? Yeah. Hmm. So here we can directly put the zero, and maybe what we can do is we can have the component name, or we can say the const component. No, that okay. Okay, let's use some more magic over here. That uh, uh, font parent main component name, main container. That is all also fine. Dollar wire dot component name plus slash zero. So we can directly put the zero over here. That will be the main component always, and the component name the const again const current container will be the component name slash uh, of course this as well, and uh, plus yeah, that is, and we can remove this as well, right? So yeah, right. And of course we can also put hashtag maybe over here. I don't know if that is bit tricky or not, but yeah. Yeah. So now what we can do is we can simply use a main container over here and the current container over there, right? I hope that's gonna work. We really did. Hmm, that doesn't work. Hmm. So let's see if this alert is happening or not. Yeah, this is actually happening. So we whatever issue is there is in the this JS stuff. Okay, 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 got it, got it. So we need to this here and append two is there, right? I think yeah. And what we can do is we can just copy this and paste over here, and we can say the main container. Let can you can ask me any questions. I hope that's gonna work. That is not work. That worked or not? I don't know. Hmm. So we have okay. Cannot read the properties of not. Okay, that is fine. we need to check if what ID we are getting over there. User list FN0. Yeah, what we are missing. Hmm. Let's do console. Console, the loading component and main component, and see what we are getting. Hashtag list users 9, list users 0. Perfect. I think that is pretty perfect. But let's say actually, is it hmm, is it list users? Where it is? User list. Oh my gosh. Hmm. So we did some mistake over here. What we need to do is we need to call it as list users and I. Okay. Now let's see what error we have. Hmm. Okay, we don't have any error. We have the error. List users 9 and list users 0 is there, of course. And what name? List users 0. Right? This list user 0 and the list users LIST USERS 0. I think this is perfect. So why that is not working? What is saying? It is not able to find stuff. So see, we have some JSON issue, but we can solve it. So query selector, the current container should we need to open. So we are not able to find the correct current component. Okay, so that is the issue. So let's try to find the current component, which is there as well, but don't have anything into it yet. Okay, so of course that is the issue. But why? So we have some key. Okay, we need to remove this license. That was the issue. Okay, okay. Let's see now. Now we have another function is not a function. Append to is not a function. So that is actually let's search in the like move element to another div. jQuery, no jQuery. We need into JS. So of course, I don't know what's gonna work. Append to is there. I thought okay, it's JS stuff. I was like it's jQuery stuff. Ah, so append child was the correct stuff. Okay. Hmm. Now what it is saying? Cannot read the properties now. Crazy. Hmm. What? Okay, yeah, right. So now we are using append child. So we need to move them at different places. Yeah. Now, okay. Append child execute on the node parameter is not type of the node. Ah, okay. We need to check again. Moving div somewhere else. What to use? Where is JS4? This is bit confusing. Why they are showing jQuery stuff? I mean, destination, up, append child and source, right? On get element variable. Should we use get element variable to do that? Yeah, let's do that. So we just need to copy this and paste over here and here as well. And now we still have the error. Okay. Hmm. See, this already have the section. This has it. List user 9 is list user 9 exists. So let's let's do one thing. Let's okay, got it. We need to remove this hashtag. Perfect. Hmm. Now it is again asking that it is not type of node. Okay. So append child with the query selected is also fine. But why it is saying that it is not the type of node? Hmm, that move. Okay, there is insert after as well, but we don't need that. Append to as well, but into the jQuery. Crazy, man. Append child should work, but it is not working. Why? I mean, why? Get element by ID, append child, document get element by ID. I think this is perfect. Hmm. So I think yeah, we can find this as well. Error. Hmm. Hmm. Where we can move it. I don't know. So it is asking to create the element. Hmm. Okay. Okay. This is going a bit crazy for me. So let's check what we did this with JavaScript. Yeah. Or moving a div inside. Yeah. Hmm. Append. This is what we are doing. Why this is failing? I'm not understanding why. You can add this at the very end of the body tag. Right? Hmm. Append tag. That is what we are doing. I don't know why this is not working. Did we miss anything? Did we miss anything? Let's copy this simple file as well. Okay. The container is there. The current container is there. I'm really now confused. What we are missing? This should work, but this is not working. Hmm. Okay. Got it. See, I can solve this issue by doing require animation frame, right? And I can totally move this. I will let you know that what actually this stuff is about. But I hope now that gonna work. See that worked. That actually worked. Right. That actually worked. But again, problem is we actually want to move the HTML from that particular thing. So can we do that? Can we move childs from that particular thing? Because we already have done it, right? Hmm. And what we need to do is we need to say the wire dot loading complete, right? Yeah, that we can do. And of course, in the public function, uh, loading complete, we can say load false, and we can increase the offset to limit. Yeah, that is fine. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. That seems fine for now. Okay. Hmm. So why we added this? Because we want to move stuff after rendering, right? That's why we are removing this, right? Okay. So after adding this, what actually happens? It will create one uh, job in the queue of the like the JS, right? And it will start doing that. But now what we want to do is we only uh, want to move child, let us say child children from the current container, right? I hope that gonna work. So let's see. Like, what should I? Hmm. Okay. Worked. That totally worked. Right. Okay. So that actually worked. Hmm. Hmm. So yeah, I think I can create one package as well now. I'm literally excited about this. Hmm. So after that, what we actually want to do is we want to run this twice. Let's have it like this. So if I scroll and if I scroll again, if I scroll again, if I scroll again, and that works. And see, if I check this, we don't have a separate container for those particular uh, uh, elements, right? So this is nice actually. But the problem right now is hmm, because it is not running twice. That is what the issue, right? So for that, I don't know, but see, now it works. If I scroll and we already have one, right? We solved the problem basically. And this, what I understand is this is the best lazy loading what we can do in this live app, right? This is the optimized way ever. But the problem here we have is something like this, right? Hmm. We can also have a loader over here. Loader. Hmm. 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 I don't know. Yeah. 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 Completed, buddy. Hmm. I think we already solved the problem, but yeah, we want to add a loader. Um, I don't know like how to do that. So I'm using Copilot to do that. I think this is how it will gonna fail. We can say add loader over here. Not loader. We need a spinner. Right? Spinner. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. That is fine. And even we don't need this. I don't know. That's it. So we have the spinner, but we actually have some issue with this. This runs only once because see even this problem is when we don't have data after that because if we scroll it, see we can have it all 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 the way. So I think we already have 1.5 hours stream already. So yeah, we can solve this issue later maybe, or we can. I think we have something over here. Let's try to do that. Let's go to the Alpine JS and let's go to the intercept. We mostly have it over here, and let's find hmm, on enter on leave once half full threshold margin. See, this some margin stuff is also there. Maybe that can help. I don't know. So there is threshold as well. Allow you to control a threshold property of underlying intercept. The value should be a 0 between 100. If any part of the element enters into viewport, while that is a threshold. This is full, half, once, leave. Hmm, hmm. Okay. But see, like I literally have an issue with this for now. Hmm. So what we can do? So let's go to the 100% stuff and just scroll it. But we don't have a scroll bar over here. That is the issue, right? When we don't have a scroll bar, that this doesn't work. Hmm. That is a problem. We can totally remove this. What do you say? You see, we actually need the loader, but we can remove it, right? And maybe uh, on scroll, yeah. But we will not have a scroll, right? Oh, hmm. So I think the problem is already solved if we increase this to, uh, to maybe 20, right? And the problem is solved for now, right? So I think the most main problem is solved. We can look at this later, or it can be 18 as well, or maybe, yeah, 18 as well, right? So of course, and let's make it at 18 as well. And what we are looking for is, yeah, what we can do is we can just increase the users with 2000 or something like that, a factory, and yeah, yeah, it can happen because we are creating thousands of. Okay, that is fine. That is enough for today. And yeah, I hope you learned something or something like that, or maybe I don't know. But yeah, so lazy loader is already okay. It's ready. So we don't need component name over here. We can remove it simply. And yeah, I think, do you want me to upload this on the GitHub repository? Let me know in the comment. But I think we solved the problem. And one more thing we can do is distance center and item center is already there, but that is not working. So what we can do is we can say W full. Hmm, right. And yeah, now see, we are literally able to have a infinite scrolling, and we are not taking much data from the database, right? And even this all data is into the a single div, right? That is cool, right? I hope you guys liked it. For me, this is really a cool stuff because we have the infinite scrolling, and we have solved the live problem with infinite scrolling, right? Okay. So bye bye. See you guys. Thanks for watching, right? And I will going to uh, create one video maybe to share this. Okay. Bye bye. See you guys.